This experiment a couple years ago, guys. If you do this, if you have one of these, don't do this unless you wear a welder's mask. I paid the price heavily after I did this. But you can see your glories. And you can see your nodes. I had no clue that I was, again, what I was doing. I did this about 3 years ago, 3 years ago. This is how our, believe it or not, this is how our sun makes it into our environment. And I'm proving a lot of things right here by doing this. I'm showing you a lot of things that we see in the sky. The all-seeing eye, you'll see it here soon. Now, I don't know where exactly this plays a role, but I'm sure a lot of people out there that are doing research that know a little bit more than I do will find this very, very entertaining and interesting. I have videos where I make worlds inside of this thing. See that little dot right there on the left? That's not in the glass. I'm making that. It looks just like a world. Here we go. We got some interesting stuff coming up here. I'm using a magnifying glass. At this point, I was thinking there was lenses in the sky, which I'm still thinking there is, that they have put up their veggie-based lenses. And it looks just like a sun or a world. So I could see how they could build something like this if they had the right technologies. You alright? Too hot, yeah. That looks like Saturn. But then again, you'll see the all-seeing eye here very soon. And I stopped doing this experiment pretty much after this day, because after I did this, I just about went blind. So I wanted to show you something. This was the this is the top of the world right here. Okay? And our light, the Earth has its own light. It has several points of light. The sun doesn't give us our light. The sun gives us our energy and our heat. Okay? And the sun goes across, straight across, like this. Okay? Now the light we see in the sky, okay, comes down from the top. It's plasma, and it spins. Okay? It spins. And what's happening right now, that plasma that reaches over and gives us our light is narrowing. It's getting narrow. Our days are getting shorter. Okay? And then eventually it will keep getting more narrow. Keep getting more narrow. And then eventually we will have 3 days of darkness. And then a storm will happen. And like I said, you know, when that blackness comes in, we'll all be inside because there will be storms. And I mean storms like you could never imagine. And the plasma itself that's coming down in, that's where you can, and this is where APM and the other guy that I kind of studied under, this is, unless they're just not including this with APM, the plasma rotates. It's got a rotation to it, okay? And that's how you get your yin and your yang. And it spins like this. And again, like I was saying, it's getting narrower and narrower and narrower. And when this pops, okay, this tube that is right here, all the stuff will come out of our world, and this tube that is bringing our plasma and our light will suck up all of this information that's coming out of the top of our world, and it'll get shot up to that tube, and it goes wherever it goes. That's why a lot of people think that we live inside of a brain cell. But to get back to the plasma, this is our days, this is our weeks, this is our years. The years have gotten shorter, the days have gotten shorter, the weeks have gotten shorter. Now, I shared that video from Suspicious Observers where they're saying, you know, we're missing 5 minutes of time per every 10 years or so. Well, that's increased. It's increased exponentially. And it's we're not far. We're not far at all from what's going to happen. And again, that's why all the noises in the sky. And this is another little. See if I can get this to work correctly here. Okay. This was another, I guess, experiment that I did. Oh, I hate this tablet. Oh, I do. Okay. How's that? Isn't that crazy looking, guys? It's all about where you have your phone set and how you have the light. And what kind of light you're using. Sometimes I get the actual shape of the light bulb inside this thing. This was my world that I made. Alright guys, enough! I can't wait till we get up into the woods. They bark at everything going by. I hate hounds. I cannot wait to get on the mountain. Enough! Of course, it doesn't give you any justice at all going from this to the other pad, to the pad. And I've got better ones than this. This is just a short. You can go back. You can find them. It looks just like a world, don't it? Maybe that's how. Oh. I don't know. Look at that. It's even got, I never noticed it. It's got the reflection of the circle. Huh. Very odd. I never noticed that till just now. So, I wanted to just share everybody. Share this with everybody. I got better videos further in the back in my history. I never noticed the top of this before. That is really cool. I never really noticed that. But if you take it outside, you'll be able to see the glory. Ooh, that's right. I remember this. Isn't that nuts? Look at it. It looks just like a planet. Just like one. Alright, guys. So anyway, just wanted to share that with everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. Crispy. Take care.